Hi, everyone. This week, just like every week, is a busy week. I'm about 20 weeks postpartum. I have a first triathlon in my postpartum life in about a week, and it'll be my second triathlon ever. My first triathlon, I was 8 weeks pregnant and very tired and feeling a little seasick. So, I was able to complete everything, but I definitely didn't, feel strong, and I didn't even feel confident actually. But this is going to be the same race, just a year apart. So I am looking forward to seeing how I do. Really, no expectations or desires for, say, time completion, but I'm just hoping to feel strong and to feel confident. So everything else is just going to be a data point for me to store away, because it'll really be my first, triathlon. Arguably kind of physically fit. So this past couple weeks, I have finished up my part-time return to work. I used some vacation to bookend, my Mondays and Thursdays, Fridays, etc., so that I could be in the office part-time. So that has now finished, and I'm back in the office full-time. So we definitely have a change in how much time I have available at home to be doing things, seeing my daughter, and that includes things like working out. So we'll really get back into the grind now. I'd like to speak to the importance of physical therapy postpartum. And I think that there's great value in physical therapy regardless of your birth type, if it was a vaginal or a C-section. I happen to have a C-section, and we went to the C-section after trying to push for an hour and a half. My daughter just kind of didn't get the memo that my water broke and that she was coming out that day. So we did a little bit of both, but ultimately had to go to the C-section to get her out for her health. So postpartum, I had asked for a referral to a physical therapist. I knew that I wanted to go to physical therapy long before I even got pregnant. And I wanted that because I knew and had heard stories about women not going and having pain for years in their life, or not going and just not being able to do the things physically they wanted to do. So I had prioritized that. I knew that that's something that I was going to do. Interestingly enough, my doctor did not offer that to me, so I was the one who had to ask for it and push it. So, I encourage you, if you're in your pregnancy or postpartum, regardless, if you have not had a conversation with your doctor, I say you should. I think more women should go to physical therapy for postpartum than do in this country, and so that's just my advice to you. So at first I was really vulnerable going to physical therapy. I was within my first 4 weeks postpartum, and so I'm trying to figure out, what do I do with this baby all day? We're trying to figure out nursing. I'm uncomfortable physically, and my PT had said, well, I'd like to see you 2 times a week. And honestly, I was almost close to tears at that thought in her office. And I said, no, I'm able to come 1 day a week. Reason for that is, like I said, physically, I'm not comfortable, confident. I'm in pain as I'm trying to figure out how to breastfeed, and we're having some supply overage, which is causing me pain. So and also just the thought of leaving my daughter. While my husband was available for her, we would often have him drive me to physical therapy, and he and my daughter would be in the car waiting, just so we could nurse right after, because if you've had your child, you understand soon after birth there is really no predictability for when they're going to nurse. And so we knew that I needed to be around in order to feed her quickly. But over time, going to physical therapy, not only was it helping me and my body, but it was also really helping my mental state. And so I felt like I was being seen, that I was an individual, that I was, myself again, as just one person and not an entity supporting my daughter. I felt like it was me, and I was unique and special. And so even though we were working on my body, I really felt that it helped my heart and my mind. So for that, I also encourage women to consider going to physical therapy. As a result, just of having this trauma on my body of carrying a child and having a child, I really feel like I have to focus now physically on my warm-ups to engage my body. And this isn't just because I'm over the age of 30 and, old, but it's because I'm a mother, because I have that stress and that trauma on my body. And I want to be physically fit and able and capable, not just for today or for this year, but for the long term. So, even though it kind of adds to the amount of time that I need to be doing something and being away from my daughter, I do find that warm-ups and stretching, they have to be a part of my preparedness for any workout that I'm going to do on the front end and the back end. And my daughter spends so much time on the floor, doing tummy time and rolling around and stuff, that actually stretching on the floor with her after is pretty easy and simple. And I really don't have a method or a process for that. Just like I said, I'm just hanging out on the floor with her. So this week I just really wanted to speak to the importance of going to physical therapy, warming up and stretching for a postpartum mom. And in future weeks, we will dig a little bit more back into what my training looks like. So have a great day, guys.